Imagine you've been locked in a prison cell for 20 years. Every day you dream about freedom, walking outside, feeling that sun on your skin and breathing the fresh air. Then one day a guard opens the door and says, "Hey man, you're free to go." But you don't move, you don't run, you stay inside the cell. Why? Because you've been a prisoner for so long, you don't even know how to be free. It scares you. That's exactly how most people live their lives. They say they want success, the money, the freedom, but deep down, they still see themselves as the broke guy, the struggling entrepreneur, the underdog. And because of that, even when opportunities arrive, they hesitate, they self-sabotage, and they stay stuck. Why does this course exist? Mindset is the foundation of everything in life. It's why I focus so much on these tips and why so little of my content is actually about the services we provide as an agency. You guys need to understand the way I think, the way successful people think, if you want to be one of us. I have taken a leadership position in my life at a very young age. I've been in one of the hardest institutions in the country for college. I was in the military. I understand what it takes to be an actual leader, as well as starting and growing several companies of my own, selling a few off to investors. This isn't just another mindset course. This foundational primer is to get you ready for all of the services Ascend and my programs have to offer. I can't work with you, and I don't want your money unless you understand what you're getting yourself into. I'm not gonna risk taking you on and getting a 1-star review from somebody that doesn't understand how the program works. In order to have a chance at success, you need to make sure you think in the way winners do. This is the foundation of Ascend, the program designed to take you from where you are now to 3 results: financial freedom, complete ownership over your time, and freedom of location and choice to do what you want in your life. Before we get into all of the nitty-gritties, building your brand, designing your image, creating content, creating a funnel and an offer to sell, we have to do some things first. We have to start at the source. Who is actually behind your brand, your mindset, your habits, and your thoughts? Reprogramming the operating system that has been installed with several bugs. I'm sorry, because here's the truth. You don't need more tactics. You need an identity upgrade. You don't need more information. You need execution and strategy. And you don't need bullshit motivation. You need to rewire your mind so you have the answers you need, and you don't need to rely on anyone else. And when that happens, success becomes automatic. That's why this course is a primer. I'm not here to just inspire you. Watch my TikToks if you want that. We are here to take action. It is designed to rewire the way you think and act. So that way when we get into the business, wealth building, and execution phases of Ascend's program, you know what you're doing, and you don't have to ask the basic questions that many other starters have asked. And that is how we got the information to build this primer for you. And therefore, by taking this, when you finally get started, you're moving like a high-level being that you should be. Success isn't about gaining more tools. You can have all the tools in the game, but if your mindset and your habits are weak, you will stay stuck. So let's begin. First, your identity is a thermostat of your life. Your identity is essentially what you believe about yourself, and it controls everything you do, whether you believe it or not. Think of it like an actual thermostat. If your mindset for income is set to $50,000 a year, even if you accidentally make $100,000, you're gonna find a way to waste it, spend it, blow it, because you're not wired to operate with that level of success. This is why 70% and more of lottery winners go broke. It's not the money problem. It's not. It's an identity issue. This is a survival mechanism, so don't hate yourself. Your brain is always looking for ways to keep you at the level you believe you are. Think about that. If you see yourself struggling, you're always gonna struggle, and you're gonna want to struggle. If you see yourself as a leader, an entrepreneur, a successful closer, your mindset will suddenly take the identity of that person. Why do you think I make all this content? It's to reinforce myself outside of business hours that I am this person, and so I never lose that edge. I have some good news for you though. Your identity is 100% reprogrammable. Now that doesn't mean it's easy, but it means it can be done. Let's talk about it. How do you rewire your mind for success? To change your life, you have to change your identity first. Success isn't about wanting it. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts it. This is called the law of assumption. You have to start thinking, moving, and making decisions as this future version of yourself before the reality catches up, because it will. Again, you win the lottery, but you're still stuck on a $20,000 a year mindset. Reality is going to catch up and the money's going to go. These are the 3 steps to shift your identity. First, fully define your future self. Clarity is your power. Ask yourself, who is the future version of you that already has everything that you want now? How do they think? How do they walk? How do they speak? What clothes are they wearing in a video similar to mine? What daily habits, specifically in the morning, getting their day going, do they have? What does their romantic partner at that level look like? Is it the same as the one you have now? And one of the biggest questions I like to ask, what do they refuse to tolerate in their life? You need to take 10 to 15 minutes, either pause the video now or make sure you do it when it ends, and answer each one of those questions. Most people never become successful because they have no idea what their future successful self looks like. If you can't see a goal in your mind, there's no way to build it in real life. Use the most powerful brain you have. Second, we need to eliminate this old identity. You need to stop feeding the poor, broke version of you. You're keeping yourself stuck by repeating the same stories of yourself. Stop saying, I suck at sales. No, you're learning sales. I'm not good on camera. No, you're becoming a great speaker. It takes practice. I've never made money online. No, you're just in the process of learning and executing. Be vigilant and careful of your words. What you say will directly create your actions. Finally, we need to take identity-based actions to prove it to yourself. Stop waiting until you feel successful before you act successful. Act first and the feelings will follow. If you want to be a high-level entrepreneur, do what high-level entrepreneurs do. Create daily, not just when you feel like it. I hate being creative, but I'm naturally creative every morning at 8 a.m. because you don't give yourself the choice. You make the bold decision and you commit to it. I'm not giving you that out. And if I can be harder on you than you are, then that says something about you. Finally, surround yourself with people like me and people in our group, that's the point of it, to help reinforce what you're going for. Why does this shift matter for this Ascend program? The choice you made to finally take action in your life. Well, in this program, we're not just giving you the business tactics. We are building executors, people that take action and move fast, and who don't make excuses about their life. This starts right now. If you don't make this identity shift today, I want you to leave the program. It has to be a no-nonsense obligation that you make in this moment. I want you to say it out loud. I'm not going to stop until I get where I want to be. I'm going to persevere through the thoughts that I'm having and continue to push forward. I understand difficulty is part of the process, and I am willing to embrace it 100% until it gets me where I need to be. Anything on top of that you additionally want to say? I understand success is hard. I'm looking forward to it. Be excited about the fact that nobody else can persevere through the struggles you're about to. You probably already are struggling, which has maybe led you to this spot, and embrace the fact that other people don't have that advantage. If you don't make the identity shift today, then when we get into the advanced topics, the community building, the course programming and structuring, funnel building, advanced networking, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna be a complainer. You're gonna leave maybe a shitty review. You're gonna leave the group. You're gonna ask for a refund. You're not gonna care. We don't ask for a lot of money. We don't ask for a huge commitment. We set up everything strategically at a low price so you can actually take action. I spend my time working with our inner circle of people that are already advanced, but I created this program so you can get started now. The excuses end here. I've made it very difficult for you to have an out. And now you better not do the same thing to yourself. But if you don't commit to this, then you're always going to be thinking like a beginner. If you think it's cheesy, if you think it's stupid, if you don't take the time to picture that future version of yourself, you're going to be thinking like the old version of you, the beginner. And beginners don't win. Finally, let's take action. Let's reprogram our identity together. First, get out a piece of paper, your notes app, whatever you're going to draw or write on. Write a future you statement. Pause the video until you're ready. I want you to write a few things, at least 2 to 3. I am a $100,000 a month entrepreneur, even if you aren't. I take massive action, execute fast, and dominate my space. Again, who this future version of you is. Print it out if you can, or make it your wallpaper. Read it once in the morning and once at night. This is a non-negotiable. I am forcing you to train as if it were the gym, because this is the biggest gain you will ever have outside of the gym. Second, I want you to record a 30-second video message to yourself after this video. Look into the camera and have an honest conversation with yourself. If you can, copy the same script. This is who I am now. I don't hesitate, I execute. I create daily, I move fast, and I win. Watch this video every morning and night for the next 7 days with the statement. That's it. That'll get you started until we move to lesson 2. Do not move to lesson 2 until you have created these 2 things. I'm gonna be hard on you. The military and basic training was hard on me. I survived. I need to be equally as disciplined with you if you're gonna make it. This is just the beginning, but I will tell you, you're doing this not to yourself, but for yourself. I'm here to coach you. It's fine. We all need help getting there. I had mentors of my own, but most people will hear this and not take action. They won't do the two things I just said. You can go ahead and listen to all the lessons. I'm not stopping you, but nothing's gonna change. Right now you have two choices. One, you stay the same, making the same excuses you just did, living the same life, and maybe taking action a few times in this way, but never actually going serious about it. Or second, you decide right now to stop the bullshit, to step into the shoes of that future self when you figure out who it is and execute. It's going to take daily reminding, which is why we're doing this. It's gonna be easy to forget about who that person is until it won't. Your identity is your destiny. Change your identity and your life will follow. This is simply the first step in the Ascend program. In the next lesson, we're going deeper. You've been carrying limiting beliefs for years. It's gonna be time to rip them apart and destroy them. Get your homework done, and I'll see you there.